Hi everybody, welcome to day 22 of the Songwriting Challenge. My name is Alecia Renece and I'm a singer-songwriter based in the DMV area. For the month of November, I'll be sharing some songwriting tips and tools and just helpful things that I've picked up along the way that people have told me, that I apply, that I haven't used yet, that I think would be really helpful for you all. So I hope you find this helpful. Feel free to join the 5-day Songwriting Challenge. It's free. You can sign up below. Basically, for 5 days, every day for 5 days, you'll get songwriting prompts, encouragement, helpful tips, things like that. And you also get access to a community of other songwriters just like yourself who are trying to get better. So yeah, so feel free to join. So let's get into day 22. So today's tip is fairly simple. Finish what you start. Just finish what you start. I can't tell you how many unfinished songs I have in my computer. I don't even know. It's shameful. Like, that's all I know is that it's shameful. And what happens is I get inspired, I write down these ideas, or I take like a daily sketch, like I talked about before in a previous episode, a daily sketch of what I've been doing, and I don't finish it. I never come back to it. It sits on the computer for years. I'll have songs that I wrote the lyrics to that I just have not recorded. It's just a mess. And when I look at all of those things, it's really overwhelming to me because I'm just like, dang, like I have all these new ideas and I feel like I'm obligated to finish the ideas that I had before. The truth is you're not obligated to do anything. You don't have to. This is art. It's really a choice, right? You can choose not to write the songs. But finishing the songs helps with your discipline. So for me, I'm easily inspired. I can, like I said, create a song out of nothing. You know what I mean? And it's by the grace of God that I'm able to do that. But I have a hard time finishing songs, especially when I get towards the middle. I'm like, the song sucks. What's the point of even finishing it? Like, I hate the way this sounds, you know? Instead of workshopping it, instead of like doing the work to actually make it sound how I want it to sound, trying to figure out why I'm so frustrated, instead of, you know, doing the hard thing of just like completing it, I abandon it. I leave it there and I'm like, you know, forget it. I'm just going to work on something else that's easier. And while I think sometimes it's important to take a break, like I talked about before, it's important to take a break, but it's also equally important, if not more important, to finish what you start. One, you won't have this like work of art trailing behind you like, hey, remember me? Hey, you didn't finish me. Remember that idea? Remember that idea? I have so many. I showed you guys before my voice memos. They're so long because there are all these ideas that have not been brought to life, that have not been completed, that have not been, yeah. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is foolishness. But, yeah, finish what you start. If you have an idea, work it out. And also it strengthens, like I talked about, your discipline, because you're not going to want to finish stuff that you think is trash. But it also helps you in building your creative muscle. We keep talking about that. We keep talking about resistance. We keep talking about perfectionism, procrastination, all this stuff, the inner critic. Don't allow that to stop you from creating a work of art. Creating art doesn't feel good all the time. It doesn't feel happy. Like, sometimes it is work. Sometimes it is work. It is work. I want to start doing stuff and carrying out to completion. Like, I want to start writing down ideas and work out the song right then and there while I'm inspired, while I'm in the moment. And some of that is my doing. Some of that is like, oh, this is the idea for it, I'm gonna come back to it later, and then I'm inspired by something else when I could have just worked on it that day. Procrastinating, right? It sets you up for trouble every time. So my tips for you as an artist today is to finish what you start. I know that it's hard. I know sometimes you don't know where you're going with it. Take a break from it, right? Go for a walk and then come back to it. And then look at it with fresh eyes, with a fresh perspective. Send it to somebody else, collaborate. Like, yo, like, what do you think of this? Like, what does this make you feel? Like, how does this, you know, like, do the work that it requires and do your due diligence, you know what I'm saying, for the gifts that you've been given. Don't just like leave all these songs in your wake. The thing is, you don't have to share them. You could finish them and keep them to yourself. Like, that's not the point. The point is not just like, oh, I need to share everything, which is, you know, beneficial in some cases, but sometimes it's just doing the work, just having the exercise. So if you have songs that aren't complete, go back and complete them. Like, that'll give you a ton of prompts and a ton of work by itself, right? Go re-workshop some songs that you had completed before. Like I talked about before, writing songs that you rewriting songs that you produced when you were younger or years ago when you were less experienced, whatever. Do the work to finish the songs. Like, you'll feel better for it. You'll have all this work to pull from, and you'll have all this practice. So I hope today's tip was helpful. If it was, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, share with somebody, share with a fellow creative who's working through you know, perfectionism and the pains of actually creating, you know. Again, feel free to join the 5-day songwriting challenge. It's free. And yeah, and until next video, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.